big up on yourself, and welcome to another episode of the Yaadi Culture Fimi Style podcast. Today we are on another road trip. Yes, we are on our Jamaica Series, and we are going to a nice little hidden gem. We are on our way to a beautiful, yes, for the water lovers, we are forward into another water body. So, and it is not even far. It is pretty close, nestled in the hills, the cool hills of Gordon Town, St. Andrew. And yeah, man, it's a nice road trip. It's a nice destination itself. I would say give thanks for the location itself, the scenery, and the tranquility that it forwards with. So we give thanks, and we give thanks for the love. Yeah, man, as you see on your screen, as you see, I want nice hidden gem, and you see, I want nice river high. Yes, I will tell you I got a river as a little youth, as a child in the country. And nice little vibe, and your friend then just go kick off a little, shoot some, swim around, catch some clear fish, run a boat, yes, get some orange, get some, some grape on the road, Yes, so that is what we are forwarding with today. Unfortunately, we can't pick nobody orange can orange. Don't depend on the way if you go the way. I go through some little, according to Jamaicans, nook and cranny. Yeah, man. So we are going to jump across a river. We are going to go up a little hill, and we are going to continue our journey. So we're there, and we're there with a wonderful episode. Alright, so this is the terrier, this is the road, this is the way to get to the hidden gem. I'm not lying to you. Enough time we are go out, and this is some nice paved road, and when you go to the place not as it's supposed to be. So let us see the magnificence that will unfold at the end of this hike, at the end of this trail. Alright, you see in front of you we have to go through water, we have to go over hill. We have to go around corner, and we have to reach big stone and turn to the side, and we have to jump over one little part and see if we can chop out one of that little part. So by extension, this gem is untapped. We are, as customary, showing you how people from the community enjoy gems in the community. So if you're not from them party or know somebody from one of them party, you're not gonna know about that party. Alright? So continue up on the trail, and if you up for your hike, if you up for a nice little adventure, your friend then can forward. This place is not yet open to the public, however it is still public. So when you come from the community or know somebody from the community, then them can help you to find a spot and go and do a little thing. This place is being developed, as we say to you. It is called Pretty Close. Yes, it is called Pretty Close here in Gordon Town, St. Andrew. And a nice little vibe, a nice little chillax for you and your friend them, a nice little chillax for just take away from the hustle and bustle while being in the hustle and bustle, because this is actually located in Gordon Town, St. Andrew. So continue upon the journey with we, continue upon the forward, and we are going to see what Pretty Close has to offer you and me, because you are enjoying it vicariously. So I will let you know what I get from this lovely place. So welcome to another episode of the Yaadi Culture Fimi Style podcast, and today we will be doing a follow-up part second of the starting a farm in Jamaica. A portion of people reach out and ask if it is that we could speak a little bit further to starting a little farm, especially for persons who inherit on land and have no clue where to do it. Generally have no experience in a farming. So Yaadi Culture there again with another video explaining same. So start off with the piece of land you're going to link to our country, and Auntie Joyce, Uncle Selvin, they give a piece of land, 2 squares, and they can say, alright, they can start something on it. Now, you have to clear the land. So the first thing is I clear the land. That's the first step that I would take. Clear the land, and then during the clearing the land process, start think along the lines of what I'll be planting. If it is that that's something I look for sell, then me look into markets. So if it is that I'm household, me I do know, then me look into what it is that I conventionally use. So what really me use on a day-to-day basis, what really me mostly use on a weekly basis, and my consumption for my household. So that would be my consideration there. And then now, based on the size of the land, let's say you get a really 2 cricket pitch size of land you get, so you say, alright, you know what, me I bust it in a 4. And if you split that now in 4 equal portions, then you should have 4 plots by extension, and 4 plots should mathematically transcend to at least 4 crops, So alright, so may I recommend a few for persons who, conventionally, use the sweet pepper, the hot pepper, the tomato, and them something there at them yard on a weekly, monthly, usually basis, So we roll it out, we divide it up, sorry. In my case now, I'm an organic farmer. I don't believe in fertilizers, etc., nor the usage of same. So what I would do now is I get manure and I chew over all of that now as my organic fertilizer, and throw it over all of that now, and then turn it over and to me dig up everything and turn it over, turn the soil over and mix up everybody in one and make it settle for a few. And then me wrote everybody now, they divide like a portion now, the 4 over there, so the 4, and then me wrote each separate one. So that's my first approach. Then me think about me plant plot 1. Now plot 1 now me wrote it out, wrote it out and say, alright, fine, me I go plant some. Remember you got Coronation and you got Maple Market all the while, and every time you go there you buy pepper for yourself to use. So let's start even there. When you cut the pepper from your yard, put down the pepper seed, then pepper seed that you get out of the pepper, put them down. When you put them down, you can use them now to germinate and by extension have your own plants. 1 pepper when you cut can give enough 3. You understand? So if you decide to, you can take 2 and cut, you have sufficient for your plot that you're going to do. The sweet pepper is the same thing. You can take a sweet pepper, the same thing. As a matter of fact, all of what you would buy at the market, notwithstanding certain things, like your cabbage or your pak choy, you wouldn't be able to grow back from it. But you can grow basically for everything, your tomato, your sweet pepper, your hot pepper, even your potato, you can grow back from. Continuing, your pumpkin. So your first plot, we say we want to plant some sweet pepper inside of it. So now we roll it out. 1 plot have 4 rows, 5 rows max inside of it, depending on how big you kept your rows and depending on how thick you had them, So I would have said to you, plant your sweet pepper with pepper. So plant your sweet pepper or / your hot pepper, because you can put 2 of them in one. Plant 2 rows of sweet pepper and plant 2 rows of hot pepper, 3 rows of sweet pepper and 2 rows of hot pepper, and put them like minimum, let's say 15 to 22 inches apart, so give them time to spread, give them opportunity for spread, so they can have more plant. Because conventionally your sweet pepper and your hot pepper, the tree that will grow it a little bit, and then we have, so we can plant them that distance apart. Now the second plot, we can decide, say, you are going some pak choy, because regular we cook some pak choy, so we can, plant some pak choy and do some pak choy. Just like your sweet pepper, there's a certain distancing that I'm expecting that you should be able to do this, and let's say another 15 to 24 inches apart. They might not spread like your hot pepper or your sweet pepper, but they are going to spread nonetheless. You want to give them opportunities to can grow. And when you have your manure inside of it, believe me, they will grow, and spread. Your third plot can have your cabbage inside of it, and you can give your cabbage similar distancing. The cabbage now going to grow as wide, because the cabbage will grow out and then fall back afterwards. But let us be clear, there are certain stuff that you can just plant from your home and make them run. your pumpkin, your fourth plot. You take some pumpkin seed and you throw it around. They not even need enough. You can even throw a 3, 4 in each row. Because them it's a vine thing, so they are going to run, and by extension they get a lot of pumpkin from one, you know. So that is planting all 4 plots with 5 different plants or 5 different vegetables and conventional food that you eat. And even then you can, you know, with your same cabbage patch, because remember, you're doing this for yourself, and even if it is that you have excess, then what I would recommend you do is you can, you know, go next door to your neighbor and, you know, sell them, and you can give them just the same, but you can sell them as well, and, you know, have a COVID time, so you might have a little expenditure where you never had a budget for before, so you can have something to cushion that now, you know. So that is also a way of, you know, generating income. That's also a way of fostering your own healthy eating, you know. Eat what you grow what you eat, and by extension you can fully attest to the preparation processes for sale. So that is starting under farm. So let us point to places now where you can get land. Conventionally, you can get land from your people, you know. You can link up your old people from country, and if they have land, they can give you land or lease your land. You can lease land from people, say on the same breath. You can lease land from somebody else where you know if you are 3 years or 4 years, depending on what you plan to plant. You know, there's AgroInvest JA where a lease land, you can link AgroInvest JA, and by extension you can link the Ministry of Agriculture and see what they can do for you in terms of getting you one of these agro parks. You know, you can partner with somebody who already have land but not the expertise on farming, and then you can start a farm. Even if it is the 1 acre or 1.5 acre, that's actually a lot of land for you to do a variety of stuff. So if you cushion some income, you know, and basically help to build the sector as we know it. There are respective stuff in the sector that we need. We need yam, you know, we need sweet potato, we need the conventional pepper and the sweet pepper and the hot pepper. We know them something, we need them there. We need okra. That's one of the things we miss, the okra, my shortage right now too. So there are various things, and if it is that you're looking into planting trees, there's trees that feed. There's an organization that gives you trees, and you can plant your fruit trees and by extension start a business from. So there are several ways, several things, several avenues that you can use to tap into to get some building of the agricultural sector from your part, or by extension you can start your own farm and you can have now your own food that you're eating from this, by extension be able to attest better to your health, because as we know it, your health is your wealth, you know. So that is it from us today. So as is customary, we will be talking about some superstitions, some fables that guide our daily lives as Jamaicans. And the first one is them say if you dream about wedding, you got to know a funeral. Yeah man, them say if you dream about wedding, you got to know a funeral. Just like how them say if you dream about a new house, that means death. You're gonna have a death near you, somebody around you is gonna die. Yeah man. Them say as a little youth, if you lose your teeth, take out your teeth, take it up and put on the rooftop, throw it up on the rooftop and say rata rata, come take me all teeth and give me new teeth. Yeah man, say it that way too. Rata rata, take me all teeth, give me them new teeth. And it is expected that rata will give you a new teeth. Yeah, give her new teeth, you know. Them say if a woman is pregnant and she's craving a particular thing and she scratches a particular part of her body, then the pitney go born with that particular spot, shaped like that particular thing at that particular spot where she was, you know, scratching. So if she scratch her side and she crave chicken, and the pitney go born with a mark look like a chicken. Yes, yeah man. Also on the same pregnant woman line, them say if a woman is pregnant and she looks at her disfigured or in a Jamaican parlance, some ugly people, and she have pity for them these persons, then the child is going to be born looking like these pitiful persons that she had pity on, you know. So yeah. Also them say if a boy child born look like him mother, and a female look like our father, then she go lucky, him all lucky. So it's like them depending on the look of the Irish, so lucky. So if you were born as a child looking like the opposite sex, then you go lucky, you know. So yes. Alright, so the final one is, if it is that you dream about a tray of eggs or any eggs at all, then by extension, you're coming at some money, you'll get some riches, you'll get some piece of food, as Jamaican call it, you'll get a piece of food. So yeah, those are some of the superstitions that guide our daily lives in Jamaica as Jamaicans. Alright, so as is customary, we have a feature from Jerdaine, Sports Talk with Jerdaine actually. And this episode, Jerdaine will be tackling, as usual, Jerdaine will be tackling the sporting arena here in Jamaica, but specifically, he'll be looking at persons affected by the lack of sporting events that are going on right now as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, here is Sports Talk with Jerdaine.
Hey guys, today I would like to talk to you a little bit about the impact of COVID-19 on sports in Jamaica. I know COVID-19 has tremendously affected the lives and livelihoods of several athletes as well as sporting administrators in Jamaica. We have seen the postponement or cancellations of several major sporting events that would have brought the country millions, if not billions of dollars in revenues. And yes, the country is definitely reeling from the effects of this virus in several ways. However, I would like to look at the impact of this virus on our vendors, persons who will ply their wares at sporting events. These persons are what we consider, or who we can consider as low-income earners. They depend on sporting events to make a living. Now, with COVID-19, as I mentioned earlier, several of our events would have been cancelled or postponed, and these persons would have been impacted tremendously. As a result of that, I am sure that many of them are struggling to make ends meet at this time. Hence, I think it is imperative for the relevant authorities to sit at the table, the Ministry of Sports, as well as the heads of the various sporting bodies, and try to come up with different plans and policies of how they are going to move forward. Because, yes, the virus is here and it will be here with us for a while, but it's important that we find a way to survive with this virus or to coexist. If you look in other parts of the world, you will realize that sports are going on in what they call biosecure environment or bubbles. I know that Jamaica do not possess enough economic resources for that to really happen at this time. However, we have to find a solution in ensuring that sports can return, to Jamaica in terms of athletes going out to perform their duties, and these people, these vendors, having a chance to go back to ply their wares as long as they are, observing the requisite COVID-19 protocols. I mean, interesting times are ahead, but I'm really concerned about the welfare of these people. They are often overlooked by the relevant authorities, but I do believe that, they play an important part in our society. And, we know the importance of sports towards the lives and livelihoods of several Jamaicans, including these individuals. So I'm looking forward to hearing what's in the pipeline for sports in Jamaica in the coming weeks.
Right, thank you, Jerdaine, for that insightful discussion, as usual, on Sporting Arena here in Jamaica. Also, we want to thank you for continuing to subscribe, to like, to share, and to comment on our podcast, as well as to always reach out to us to form the discussion in our inbox that can transcend to an actual video. And we give thanks for the support, we give thanks for the love. Yaadi Culture is here. Yaadi Culture is going to be pushing content for you.